talking about tab completion. So tab completion is a very important tool that you have whenever you are working on Linux CLI. Okay, so it allows you to see whatever possible commands are there in the system, and also it helps you to avoid any spelling mistakes. So for example, when I write CA, I can see all these commands are here. Now I can write simply, I can write NT over here, and then again I will do double tab, right? So now you see it is showing you the commands. Ab agar for the Linux terminal, the important part is that whether you are writing a command or you are passing an argument, it has to be separated by a space. So you will give you a space, and then you see I will again do a double tab. So now even for the arguments, it is able to show you the possible arguments that you can pass. So for example, I will write capital D over here, and I will do a tab. Nothing happens. I will write O tab. Nothing happens. C tab. Now documents is automatically fill. So I don't, मेरे को पूरा document नहीं लिखना पड़ा. I didn't had to write the complete documents. I didn't had to bother about the spelling. It was auto completed, and also it showed me the directory. Okay, I will now again write the tab, double tab, do a double tab, and nothing is there. So I can click on enter, and it can see this is a directory. Suppose I had a file with me. I will just create a file for you, or I will create a file for you using Vim. Vim 4th April, 10th April .txt. I will write this is the file for explaining Linux command line. I will save this file, and now suppose I will just go here and write a CAT, and I will do tab space tab, and now I just want to find this file, right? So you see I just wrote one and it completed it automatically, and I press enter and the command will run. So this space is very important. Okay, so whenever I am writing something on Linux command line, there are three things that happen. One is the command, then I put a space, and then there are options, or they are also known as flags, right? And then there's an argument. So this is a very, very important thing that everyone has to understand. My point is this part clear to every one of you or not?
Yes, sir. Clear, sir.
Right? So command, options, and argument, each of one, these have to be separated by a
Space.
space. अगर आप उनको space से separate out नहीं कर रहे हो, तो Linux will not be able to understand. Okay, so this is very, very important. Now coming on to just read it from here. First of all, tab completion. I will first read it from here. This is one of the features which automatically completes the command. With this, users can reduce the typing mistake, as well as user can check how many commands are starting from the matching words if they press the tab twice. With the help of tab, you can also complete the files and the directory name. तो ये automatic feature है आपका Linux command line का. So whenever say I am writing about say command starting with ls, if I want to see all the commands starting with L, so I will simply put L over here and I will do a double tab. It says there are 125 possibilities. If I say yes over here, it will list every command in the system that starts with L. Now obviously, yeah, automatically it will do this. Now suppose you know that, okay, this is not what you want. So it says more. I will just simply press this. So now this doesn't make much sense to us. So say suppose I want to, so the next character that you will enter now. So now you have entered ls. If I do again a double tap, it will show me all the commands starting with ls. Okay. Now till there is a duplicacy, till our output has got multiple options, it will keep on showing you multiple options, but always you have to use double tap. Now suppose I can say over here that lsu, there is only one command starting with lsu, right? So now if I write lsu and now do a single tab, automatically it will autocomplete. it will not ask you to double tap. It will simply autocomplete the command that is now unique. So lsusb or a command starting with lsu is a unique command. So I can simply use it. Okay. Similarly, I can use this particular command which we use a lot, say lsb and tab. So lsblk automatically completes itself. I can simply press enter and it shows me my disk partitions, okay, or block devices as we normally call them. So far clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now I will go here and now I will show you. So the other thing is that when we were discussing about this commands or syntax of a command, we have got three options, right? So obviously, whenever you are writing a command is itself mandatory. Now, options and flags are not as such mandatory, right? So you may choose it or you may not choose it. Okay, sometimes it is possible that there are certain commands in which you will always try to use some kind of option. Okay, so you will learn about them as you will go along in the course. But what I'm saying is that these are still optional. These are not mandatory as such. I'm not able to choose a good color for this. So, but still, so now this is what is optional. And similarly for argument also, not every command needs an argument. Like for example, I can run ls command without an argument also. I can simply run ls command and it will give me an output. Okay. There are certain commands, however, which these are not optional, right? So I will just show you those commands as well. Wait a second. I will just arrange it. So actually these things are very obvious, so that's why they were not covered earlier. So for example, if I write mkdir command and I don't think give anything else after this, so it says missing operand, mkdir minus minus help for more information. So basically mkdir command is used to create a directory. If you're creating a directory, you have to pass some argument to it, right? So I will write say testing just right. So now this directory is created. Now you see ls command I can give without argument also. But then I can also give ls command with an argument. So for example, I can write this like this. So it will show me the file. Now comes the flag file. Now flags are those that change the behavior of our command, what we are able to see, what that command will do. So it tweaks the behavior. So the very, very commonly used flag is ls minus l. And this tweaks the behavior of our output. Now we are able to see a long listing output. Is it clear? But these spaces are mandatory. So if I write ls minus l, it will see me command not found. There's no such command in the system. The command that you were writing was so why you had this problem. Now suppose if I had to write this cat proc cpu info or cat proc something, right? So I will write this like this, cat, right? I know that there are many other commands. Then I will give a space, right? Then I will give a forward slash. Now suppose I write E over here, it will automatically complete my etc, right? Then I had to write OS release. So I will write O, I will do a double tab. It will automatically show me all the files in this directory that are starting with O. Now I will do OS, right? I will again double tab because now there are two commands right now. So I will give a hyphen over there and I will just do a tab. This auto completes it. So you don't run into the problems where you give a wrong command, you misspell your command, you misspell your file names or arguments. And always remember, if by using this tab completion, you are not able to reach the entire path, that means you are doing some mistake. Either you are trying to run a wrong command or you are trying to give a wrong path. Okay. So for example, I can complete the entire path using it. For example, if I start with this, say I start with this and I do a double tab. So it will show me the entire directory structure, right? It is, I will go to U, I will do a tab. Again, I will again do a double tab. It will show me bin. I will do a tab. Again do a double tab. It says 1547 possibilities. I will say no. Okay, so I will say okay, starting with A. So it shows that all these files are there which are starting with A, or directories are there. So maybe I go to AR, right? Do a double single tab and then double tab, right? So basically this is what we are learning right now. When you will keep on working, these things will become very natural to you. But what I'm saying is that if suppose over here I write BA, by mistake I'm typing A and doing a double tap, so nothing is coming. If nothing is coming, that means I have made a mistake. Linux has not made a mistake. So when you were writing this command, suppose you were writing this cat /etc and you are doing a double tab and nothing is happening, it means you have made a mistake in your entry. Clear?
Yes, sir.